Hi and welcome back to our next tutorial. In the previous tutorials, we haven't done anything with wireless devices in Cisco Packet Tracer. So in this video, we're going to take a look at how you do that. We are going to use a wireless access point. And with that, we can allow wireless devices to communicate in our LAN. So let's look at how you do that. So I've already got a couple PCs and I've got a laptop. We need some other devices here. We're going to go to network devices and we're going to need a switch. Let's take the 2960 and bring that in. And let's bring in a router. Let's use the 2911. And we're going to need a wireless access point. You're going to go down here to wireless devices. You're going to click on that, and over here you can see AP-PT. That's an access point. We're going to choose that one and bring that in. Now we need to set these up, so let's do that. First, let's hardwire the devices that need to be hardwired. So I'm going to go here to connections, and I'm going to grab a copper straight through and connect the switch from a gigabit port on the switch to a gigabit port on the router, like so. And I'm also going to connect one of the PCs. It's going to be hardwired, so let's do that. So we have one hardwired device with an Ethernet cable, and we also need to connect our access point to the switch. So I'm going to click on that and connect those together. So there. Now let's configure the router. So let's click on the router and let's go to config. And we're going to go to gigabit port 0/0. The IP address we're going to use is 10.0.0.1. Click on subnet mask and then make sure that port's turned on, and you can close that. The switch, remember, is plug and play. We don't have to configure that. The wireless access point we're going to do next. Let's click on that, and you're going to see this here. We're going to go to config, and we're going to go down to port 1, and we need to choose a name. So just like at home, for your home network, you pull up your phone and you look for the network name. This is the name for the network. Let's call it your network. And since it's wireless, it needs a way to protect the data. So it does that with various encryption protocols. And there's different ones you can use. We're not going to get into it right now, but we're going to use WEP. So click on that, and you can see here it requires 10 hex digits. So to make it easy, let's use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 for a password. Not a good password choice, but to make things simple, let's use that. So that's it. We can close that. And then let's go down to this PC. This is our hardwired PC. So let's just make sure that's configured. So let's go to desktop, IP config. We're going to use a static IP, and we'll set it as 10.0.0.2 subnet mask, and we can close that. For this PC here, let's click on this. We want to make this one a wireless device. So when you click on it, the first thing you see is a view of the actual PC tower. You can scroll up and down and look at it. You can see down here there's an actual Ethernet port. Well, we're not going to hardwire this, so we don't need that. But what we do need is we need a wireless expansion card. So we need to scroll up, and since we're going to work on this machine virtually, you need to power it down. We're going to scroll down. I'm going to click on this expansion card and actually pull it out, drag it over here and let go. Now it's empty, and I need the wireless expansion card. So bring that in and let that go, and there. We put that in. Now we can go power on the device, and then we can go to desktop. We're going to go to PC wireless. We're going to see if we can actually see our access point. We're going to go to connect. We're going to go to refresh, and let's see if we can see it. And yeah, sure enough, there it is, your network. We want to connect to that. So click on connect, and here is where it asks for that network password, which is 10 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. We don't need to put anything here. We're going to go connect. Now, let's just close this here, and let's go back into ipconfig and ensure that we've got everything right. It did default to DHCP. We don't want that. We want static, and we want to use 10.0.0.3. Click on subnet mask, and we know the default gateway is 10.0.0.1. And there, we should have everything hopefully correct. And we can close this window. Now you can see that we did get this here, and this is supposed to show us that there is wireless communication. And if I've set up everything correctly, I should be able to send data from, say, PC2 to PC1. So we're in real time. Let's do a data test. Let's just see if we missed anything. We're going to go up here and click on this, add a simple PDU, a protocol data unit. Click on that. Click on our source computer. Click on the destination. And yes, it was successful. So everything did work. Let's go to the laptop now and configure it. So when we click on that, here is what we see. When you actually scroll down on the device, you can see that it does have an Ethernet port. And just like the desktop, we're going to connect wireless. So we need to turn this off and get rid of this and insert a wireless card. Here's the power switch for the laptop. You need to click on that and turn it off. Then click on the Ethernet card, drop it in, and grab the wireless and drop that in. So there, we've got that. Now we'll go to desktop. Oh, we forgot to power it back on. We're going to go to desktop. We're going to go to PC wireless. We're going to try to connect, refresh, see if we can see the access point. Yep, we do. We're going to go to connect. We're going to type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 as the password. We're going to go to connect. And let's just go and close this, and let's just go to ipconfig. It defaults to DHCP. We want static, and we're going to put in for this 10.0.0.4 subnet mask, and the default gateway we know is 10.0.0.1. We're going to close that, and let's do a data test. Let's try to send from laptop to, say, PC1. So we're going to go here and click on this, and then click on this here. And yes, it was successful, so it did work. So there, now you have set up a wireless network in Cisco Packet Tracer. I highly suggest you set this up and try the same thing. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.